From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
The Pope makes his arrival in Juarez tomorrow, and many Arizonans are making the trek. The story of one man's journey of hope.
You got left, I got right.
And our Cronkite News reporter goes through virtual reality training that will hopefully be a reality for state law enforcement.
And how one man is using his talent of tailoring to make more than a fashion statement.
Cronkite News starts now.
Welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Ben Marjat.
And I'm Alexa Solari. Thanks for joining us. More than 220,000 faithful are expected to attend Pope Francis's open-air mass in the border city Ciudad Juarez on Wednesday. Cronkite News reporter Mauricio Casillas met up with a Phoenix family that made the trek to be a part of the historic moment.
Construction workers put the finishing touches on the altar Pope Francis will use for his final mass in Mexico. This Phoenix couple has tickets, and they've driven 7 hours to be in Juarez.
I'm just very excited to be able to get near, and feel the blessings.
It's a homecoming for Sergio, who was born and raised here. He believes the Pope will help the city overcome its turbulent past.
We are in the middle of the desert, and it's a thirsty city. It's thirsty of justice and hope and mercy, and this is the message the Pope is going to bring to us.
Sergio, like many in Juarez, has experienced the impact of drug violence firsthand. His next-door neighbor was killed by a gang member, and his younger brother died from drug abuse.
It was really hard for my family. He went for a couple rehabs. He tried to do that, and he cannot make it, and he ended up, losing his life.
The one thing Sergio wants to hear from the Pope:
a message of peace and reconciliation, a mercy.
This altar behind me is the closest that Pope Francis will be to the American border, about 50 yards away from El Paso, Texas. Now, he's expected to talk about the migrant issues, and he's also going to be praying for El Paso, the United States, and the thousands of immigrants that have died trying to come across the border.
We need to be heard. As immigrants, for myself, I'm an immigrant. My parents were immigrants, and we should all be able to have a better life.
During his visit in Mexico, Pope Francis has emphasized that he wants to be an instrument of peace.
The Pope is coming to bring us hope, and it's light at the end of the tunnel.
People are expected to line up at 6 in the morning at this site the day of the Mass, even though the Pope won't show up until late afternoon. In Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, I'm Mauricio Casillas, Cronkite News.
The debate continues over who will take Antonin Scalia's now vacant Supreme Court seat. 2016 presidential candidates aren't staying quiet. Ted Cruz has said he will filibuster any nominee made by President Obama. And Marco Rubio says he's confident that the next president will be the one to fill the vacancy.
What a wake-up call, a reminder of what's at stake here. Our next president is going to choose not just a replacement for Justice Scalia, but at least 2 other Supreme Court justices possibly.
President Obama says he will nominate someone who is indisputably qualified for the vacancy. Senate Democratic leader Harry Reid says it would be a shame on the Republicans' majority's constitutional responsibility to obstruct the appointment.
A new bill passed this morning will enable residents of the state to push back against unlawful gun control. SB 1452 would allow residents to sue the state for enforcing executive actions that could limit a person's Second Amendment rights. Senator Sylvia Allen of Snowflake sponsored the bill that would require the state to recognize any executive action limiting people's right to bear arms. Allen says this bill was designed to push back against President Obama's recent executive actions on guns and background checks. The Republican senator's bill would also allow citizens to sue any municipality that violates her proposal. The Senate Federalism Committee passed the bill 4-0.
Arizona is closer to having statewide rules regulating drones. Senate Bill 1449, sponsored by Senator John Kavanaugh, prohibits using drones if it interferes with law enforcement activities or take pictures in certain public facilities and private lands. The bill will also prevent cities from enacting their own drone ordinances, like Paradise Valley's ordinance that essentially restricted drone flying to hobbyists' own backyards. Businesses that hope to use drones for deliveries were pushing for the uniform statewide rules. The nation's largest airline is suing the company that provides Wi-Fi for its planes because it's too slow. American Airlines filed a lawsuit against Gogo. Both American and Delta have contracts that last through 2018. Gogo says it has new technology that will deliver a much better Wi-Fi experience for its flyers, but rollout of it will be slow.
And a donated golden retriever is helping Arizona DPS officers on and off the job. The 2-year-old dog Fallon is trained to sniff out hidden devices during investigations. Fallon's main focus, providing comfort to Arizona Counterterrorism Intelligence Center officers who often are faced with emotional distress from their work. The trusty canine is trained to sense and engage with officers in distress, giving them an emotional break from their work.
It's a headline we see all too often: mass shootings. Cronkite News reporter Julia Thatcher spoke with a company based here in Arizona who is helping train those first responders to deal with situations they could encounter.
Virtual reality training could become a reality for more Arizona police departments. I got to visit the company providing simulations officers go through and try out the training myself.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Let her go. Do it now. Let her go.
A company based in Tempe builds simulators and creates scenarios for purchase for agencies such as police officers or military. These simulations help prepare our first responders for more than 100 situations they could encounter.
We're adding the stress with the proper tools in the proper time. Decision making. Can you make the right tool work at the right time under the right stress, with or without teammates, with yourself, and survive at all costs.
The scenarios are written by experts who were former military or police themselves, writing from their own experiences. And while they're not out in the field anymore, they are hoping to help those who are.
Everything you have to process and deal with in seconds, and it can mean the matter of life and death. It could be the matter of going home to your children or not. So that's where it comes. It's very powerful for us former law enforcement and military personnel to still be involved, still play a part, and build tools and products to help them do their jobs.
A government affairs specialist for Arizona Police Association said they are asking for funds from the state budget to pay for simulators and put them in different locations around Arizona. It would allow police officers to train using them.
It's hard to be a police officer right now. Officers need to be held at a higher standard. We expect that, but we also need to provide them the tools to hold them at those higher standards.
The budget appropriation wouldn't specify the company to contract with, but VirTra employees say it's less about where they get the training from and more about getting the training in the hands of the officers.
It's about, for my brothers and sisters still on the street. I know what they're going through, especially nowadays.
During the simulation, if the officer is shot, it triggers a taser that they wear so they can become familiar working through the pain. Julia Thatcher, Cronkite News.
Aid groups are waiting to get food and medical supplies to Syrian towns where dozens have died of hunger. A ceasefire was supposed to take effect on Friday, but ISIS has bombed another building, this time a hospital. The World Food Program says supplies are ready and could be delivered to Syrian towns quickly if the parties involved would let them. Most of the groups have agreed to let aid in, but ISIS has not. Arizona is home to one of the largest Syrian refugee communities, and 400 new Syrian refugees could arrive this year. Cronkite News reporter Clara Benitez shows us how a new mentorship program is helping families adapt.
At this simple backyard gathering, Syrian refugees eagerly wait for a special guest.
They look up to her since, not only is she, Miss Arab, but she's also Syrian. So it means a lot to them.
Lena Arkawi and her family created Shefa, Strength, Hope, Empowerment Foundation of America, to help Syrian refugee families in Arizona. The visit by Miss Arab USA Fabiola Al-Brahim kicked off the foundation's first event.
I definitely feel like I gave hope to the children. One of the girls was actually like, I want to be a beauty queen when I grow up. I was like, you already are one right now, and here's the crown. How does it feel? It was beautiful.
Fatima Holloway, a 13-year-old girl, enjoyed meeting Miss Arab USA, but she also appreciated seeing all of the Syrian families together.
I feel at home being here. I I know we're in the United States of America, but I feel like I'm back in Syria.
Basically what we want to do is develop a mentorship program. So get people from our community who are successful and match them up with young Syrian refugees.
Arkawi's family started the foundation after getting a tremendous response from Syrian refugee families in Phoenix during a holiday drive last year in December.
What America is about, it's about a fusion of cultures, and I think it's a great opportunity to welcome Syrian refugees and learn from them, and they can learn from us as Americans.
This is the first of many events to come. Shefa will now start to pair up mentors with Syrian refugees. Clara Benitez, Cronkite News.
President Obama plans to accept over 10,000 Syrian refugees throughout the next year to help with the crisis in the Middle East. Dress for success, it may be a mantra for young professionals.
But one Valley man sees it as a higher calling to serve his community.
Coming up on Cronkite News, a master tailor who stitched his way through racial boundaries wants to keep the tradition going.
And college students are embracing a different way to relieve their financial burdens. A look into one company using companionship to help students pay tuition.
The true measure of all our actions is how long the good in them lasts.
This is who I am, where I'm from.
If you're on the right side of history, you can accomplish anything.
It's a connection between your present and your past.
Come this way. This is good. This is very good.
We are attempting to fulfill the promise of America.
The stories about who we are shape us.
This chance to go through a time machine.
Good heavenly days.
We should know our history.
It informs, but it doesn't constrict you.
It's a framework to carry out human activity.
The sky is the limit.
It started a long time ago.
Looking for a fun and exciting way to support your favorite program on Arizona PBS? It's as easy as picking up your phone and texting FRIEND to 77948 right now. One simple click and you are ready to make your safe and secure donation using PayPal or your credit card. No phone call needed, and all of your donation will go to support your favorite program here on Arizona PBS. Don't delay. Text FRIEND to 77948 today.
In honor of Black History Month, Cronkite News brings you a series of stories of those who have made a difference in Arizona's African American communities.
Tempe History Museum's African American Advisory Committee celebrates Black History Month each year and is doing so for the 7th year straight. Live performance by Dr. Fish, which started with the hymn Lift Every Voice. The exhibit takes a look back at the music that played a huge role in African American lives. It also features paintings and sculptures by the Diverse Artists Collective of Arizona.
Our mission is to preserve the history of African Americans in Tempe, the state and beyond, and also to provide a forum for those interested in African American history.
Throughout February, Tempe History Museum will celebrate Black history with performances, art, and guest presenters.
One man in the Valley uses a less traditional form of art to help pioneer a path for African American men. Cronkite News reporter Elena Mendoza tells us how he uses tailoring to make a difference.
It was the tailoring that really made me feel like I really made a contribution to the Black community.
What started out as something his parents wanted him to do quickly turned into a passion for Shytel Glover.
I could tell his gift right away. He has a very remarkable way of expressing things.
Shortly after high school, Glover's natural talent and location in New York City led him to design custom garments for Broadway producer Alan Lerner and for The Ed Sullivan Show. But as an African-American man in the 60s, it wasn't always easy for everyone to accept his craftsmanship success.
Because they weren't educated to accept me that way. In other words, he's this, and even if he's not that, he's this. You know, he can't be my equal.
A breakthrough moment in Glover's career was when he received the Fashion Award of Merit from the Custom Tailors and Designers Association in 1985. What earned him the award was a suit made out of cashmere and lynx worth about $20,000 and completely made by hand.
All of this went into that suit.
And when the other tailors at the Custom Tailors and Designers Association saw this, they had to recognize that he was the last, one of the few, I think they said 5 people at the time, that knew the craft at that level,
which elevated him to master tailor status. Glover recalls the reaction from the crowd when he walked out on stage to model the suit as total shock.
Huh? Black guy? And so that opened up doors where doors had previously had been closed.
Glover retired from the art of tailoring in 1998 and now spends his time mentoring and empowering people to see their own worth through the power of fashion.
I've learned quite a bit, and the bottom line is how wonderful it is to be who I am, and how wonderful it is for everyone to be who they are.
He says if there's one thing his struggles have taught him, it's that there's hope to overcome all things. In Phoenix, Elena Mendoza, Cronkite News.
It's a controversial twist on the Seeking Arrangements page.
But some say it's the best way to pay for higher education.
Up on Cronkite News, students on college campuses across Arizona are embracing sugar daddies. Why older men are helping young women pay tuition.
And this week is Arizona Beer Week, what the governor said about local Arizona breweries and their importance to the economy.
In the middle of rather a drama.
I've been thinking about the circumstances of the crime and the nature of love.
It's romantic, is it? Isn't it?
Seems to me as if the answer is right in front of you.
I'm a high-functioning sociopath. You are being irrational.
Need to go.
Will you do a blood test?
No.
You want to hit me now?
Do you think that makes me a wicked woman, sister?
Will the prisoner rise? There is only one thing I would like. Pain.
Sex?
Heartbreak.
Or love? Oh, yummy. Stop it!
Papa? Is everything all right in there?
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, but the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost any size or shape. And you decide what you want to explore. Anytime, any place. Break out of the box with PBS.
More Arizona children are starting the day with a good meal. That's according to the National School Breakfast Scorecard released today by the Food Research and Action Center. The report showed that on an average school day in the last academic year, more than 260,000 low-income children in Arizona participated in school breakfast, an increase of 3% from the previous year. But Arizona still only ranks 28th in comparison to other states in providing breakfast to kids in need.
Phoenix Mayor Greg Stanton announced his support for Prop 123 today, a multi-billion-dollar funding plan for K-12 education. Stanton is a part of the Let's Vote Yes for AZ Schools latest campaign ad. He spoke at a local Phoenix school pledging his support for the group and helping Phoenix schools get more funding.
This is a good plan. It may not be everyone's first choice, but it is a good plan and worthy of my support and worthy of the votes of the people of the state of Arizona. But shame on us as the day after Prop 123 passes, we high-five each other and suggest that we've solved education finance issues in the state of Arizona.
Prop 123, if passed, will use more land trust proceeds to provide funding, and it would also resolve a 5-year lawsuit over the state's lack of school funding during the recession. The vote will be held in May.
With out-of-state tuition hovering around $24,000 a year, college students are always looking for ways to cut costs. Cronkite News reporter James Ulrich tells us about one of the more controversial ways students have found other ways to help pay for their education.
Seeking Arrangements is a dating service that aims to pair self-described sugar daddies with college sugar babies. In exchange for a debt-free college tuition on a campus like this one, sugar babies are expected to spend quality time together. What that means varies with each relationship. Ashley Stella is a junior at ASU and is currently $4,000 in debt. Now she's searching for a solution in the form of a partner.
The gentlemen, the sugar daddies, are the people that are seeking people to like take out on vacations or go out on dates with, or maybe go catch a flick with or something like that.
Students like Ashley have helped ASU to rise to second in the nation when it comes to the number of students who have registered to find companionship on the website Seeking Arrangement. Along with the increased tuition and cost of living, the owner of matchmaking site Cupid's Cronies says the supply of wealthy men in the Valley area may have led to the popularity.
They're looking for someone that is young and attractive, and they're willing to pay for it. And similarly, women are willing to do things in order to get that money.
In return for companionship, the website reports students receive an average of $3,100 a month in the form of tuition, rent, or even gifts. While most students can relate to the expense of college, several on ASU's Tempe campus say looking to a relationship to solve the problem leads to other challenges.
I pity you, and I really wish that you could know your true value and your true worth, that you shouldn't be sold.
People just don't realize when you become dependent upon somebody, you could actually end up being in a worse situation than what you were before.
While Ashley knows her choice may be controversial, she has no regrets.
Nobody's ever helped me pay for college. I've worked my butt off to be able to finance my own car. I've worked my butt off to be able to live in my own place with a roommate, and I'm not just the type of person that's trying to gold dig.
As for the legality of the website, the company says each party sets their own terms for the relationship. While they may not be among the fastest growing participants, both the University of Arizona and Northern Arizona University rank in the top 50 schools on the Seeking Arrangements website. In Phoenix, I'm James Ulrich, Cronkite News.
Governor Doug Ducey has proclaimed this week Arizona Beer Week. Ducey says Arizona is home to 75 craft breweries, and thanks to the Arizona Beer Bill passing last year, those microbreweries can keep more beer flowing. The Arizona Beer Bill raised the production limit for microbreweries and allowed them to operate restaurants. In a statement today, Ducey called it, quote, a win for small businesses, a win for the economy, and a win for thirsty Arizonans. Let's raise a glass to Arizona beer and have some responsible fun to celebrate our microbreweries. Arizona Beer Week runs through February 20th.
ASU took part in a recent golf tournament in Southern California that had quite a unique twist.
Coming up on Cronkite News, see how two golfers donning the maroon and gold teamed up on the green.
This is the real thing. This is where we were born.
One of the amazing things about the history of life on Earth is it keeps learning new tricks.
The animals, the plants, no, it gets in your blood.
Everything's interconnected.
We've got to begin to tell a new story. A story about interaction.
It's something that really touches my heart. There's just massive life everywhere. It's just magic.
We're tracking some Sun Devil pride in the PGA. 14 collegiate golfers from across the country teamed up with some top golf pros as part of the Northern Trust Open. Los Angeles Sports Bureau reporter Allison Gargaro takes us to the links.
Monday, past and present Arizona State golfers represented the Maroon and Gold in the second annual Northern Trust Collegiate Showcase at the Riviera Country Club in Pacific Palisades, California. In the unique format, a current collegiate athlete was paired with an alum from each of the participating 14 schools. On the line, a $50,000 donation to the winning team's collegiate program. Arizona State was represented by senior Max Rotliff and 2000 grad pro Paul Casey. Rotliff looks up to Casey as a player and learned a lot from him on the course.
I thought he did brilliantly. I know he didn't play the way he wanted to play. His demeanor, his approach, mentally, I thought he was fantastic. He never got down on himself. You know, he grounded out all the way around, made a great par on 18. And to me, that's what it's all about playing this great game.
Yeah, I mean, Paul is a great player, and I mean, he's a great Sun Devil. He made sure I was able to pick his brain on certain things, and yeah, he was very approachable with everything he was doing. And obviously, yeah, definitely he's one of my favorite players out here for sure.
I think he's going to do great. I mean, he's got such an opportunity. I kind of wish I could rewind, gosh, almost 20 years now, and go back to where he was and be in his footsteps.
As a team, Casey and Rotliff scored 8 under and tied for second with the University of Arizona and Texas A&M. From Pacific Palisades, this is Allison Gargaro for the Cronkite Sports Bureau in Los Angeles.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's coming up on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
On a Horizon, hear about a range of issues impacting women veterans. And we'll talk about a program designed to keep middle schoolers on track to graduate. That's on the next Arizona Horizon.
I'm Judy Woodruff. On the next NewsHour, Malcolm Brabant explores the recent rise of anti-Semitism in Europe. That's Tuesday on the PBS NewsHour.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.